What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Guys, today is my 2017 Detroit Lions prediction video. I apologize for not getting this out earlier. I've been extremely busy this last week. As you guys notice, I only had one video up since Monday. It was one of my beer review videos. I just been busy, guys. It's nothing else other than that. A lot of people kind of want my time. I got to do stuff out here. We had a bad storm roll through last Friday. I'm still cleaning up because of that. Not really kind of putting myself through the paces when I'm going out there and doing that. But that's mostly the reason why, guys. I've got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm just getting back to doing these sorts of things. So I apologize for not getting any videos out. But anyway, let's continue on. Let's get off that little sidetrack here. My 2017 Detroit Lions prediction video. I got some stuff here I'm going to want to talk about. I wrote down here. Really, in a nutshell, and it's kind of a summary, and I'm going to do the summary up here up front, and I'll probably do it at the end as well, is offensive line play is going to determine how well the Detroit Lions do, whether it's for the passing game or whether it's for the running game. Glasgow and Swanson, I don't know who's going to be battling out for the starting position or if it's going to be a swappable thing. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be one of those rotational things all throughout the line, keep guys fresh, all that. I'm guessing from what I'm hearing that Glasgow is the better center of the two other than Swanson. I don't know how. Now, that's only just based on what I've heard. I haven't read any articles to say that or anything. It's kind of just hearsay for a couple of other Detroit Lions fans that I go to work with. But that's kind of interesting because Swanson was drafted to be our center for quite a while, and he still may very well be that. It's just that I'm kind of surprised to hear that Glasgow is doing better than him. Now, again, that's through hearsay, not reading any articles or anything like that that may state otherwise. But it's probably going to be a rotational thing. Like I said, all throughout the line there is probably going to be rotational. I think that the T.J. Lang pickup was good for the Detroit Lions. I like his veteran leadership, kind of what he brings to the table, coming from, I believe it was from the Green Bay Packers over to the Lions. I think that was a good pickup. Very, very good pickup. Just before 7, so I just woke up, kind of got a cup of coffee here, and you might hear of some my laundry go here. I'm going to do a load of laundry. Hopefully get it done here real quick. Yeah, T.J. Lang was a good pickup here, guys. Laken Tomlinson, this is his year to tell us whether he is worth his rookie contract. And I'm not saying his rookie contract was big, but whether he needs to get re-signed or whether the Lions just say thanks but no thanks. The last 2 years he has struggled. He's kind of been a revolving door for the Detroit Lions on the tackle end, the guard, tackle, whichever one he's playing on. I think he has played some tackle, if my memory serves, which my memory sucks. But, yeah, this is I think this is probably his make or break year for the Lions. I don't think if he does bad this season, I don't think the Lions will probably want to take him back and will just cut him and just pay his contract out. I want to see how Golladay does at the wide receiver position, being that he's a rookie and he kind of been touted as being one of the better receivers in that class. I kind of want to see what he brings to the table. And Decker, as you guys all well know, he's out. He had let's try this again. He had shoulder surgery there. Dahl has kind of taken his place right now. I believe they said Decker may be available towards the last quarter of the season, but really, if you're that far into the season, you probably just better put him on IR just for the sake of having him heal correctly. I just don't want to see him come back too early and mess up his shoulder again. That's my big fear. Because Taylor Decker, I believe that's who his name is. I kind of like what he does for the Lions. A'Shawn Robinson, that line there, another group that I think needs to do well. They don't have to be great or anything like that. They just have to be serviceable and maybe get a few sacks here and there, untimely sacks for them to come out with the win. Just like with the linebacker core. We got a couple of linebackers in right now, guys. I didn't write it down here, and it escapes me who a couple of our linebackers are. Our linebacker core is young. It's a young linebacking core. That has to be a serviceable core. Cornerbacks, safeties, like Killebrew, I kind of want to see what he's going to do. Quandre Diggs is another one I kind of want to see what he does. I'd like to see these guys mature and to get more experience, and hopefully now that they've got a year or two under their belt, they can come out and be good for us. Benamosi, I don't know how he's going to do. He got burned quite a bit last season. I didn't think he was that great, although I don't know if he was just kind of thrown into the position and said, here you go, kid, do the best what you can. Yeah, all the positions don't have to be great. They just have to be serviceable to probably borderline good. And if you can get that through all your little parts and pieces there, you'll have a pretty damn good team. I kind of want to see what Zach Zenner does. If he's kind of, he had a great season last year, one of the better seasons for a Lions running back. Amir Abdullah, I kind of want to see how he comes back from his injury. There's a lot of question marks. I want to see how Terrell Austin does for the defensive unit. I want to see how Caldwell manages time, is managing responsibilities for the team, and I kind of want to see how Jim Bob Cooter does with the offense, because we all were kind of scratching our heads and kind of getting frustrated with this team last year, especially towards the end of the season. But Jim Caldwell has to have better clock management and better situational awareness. That's the two biggest things he could improve on. If he does those two things and improves on them, I'm just going to say decently. He doesn't have to be great, but decently. If he improves on it, again, the team's going to be better off. So really, it all boils down to really offensive line play, how well that unit plays, and if the secondary is serviceable. If you can get those two, the team's going to go far. Now, how do I think they're going to be? And I'll get to Matthew Stafford in a minute. How do I think that the team's going to be? I'm saying 10-6 right now. 10 wins, 6 losses. We get a playoff berth, probably a wild card again, but it kind of depends on how the season goes out. If we get a couple breaks, we could be 11-5, maybe. And this is reaching, maybe even 12-4, but a lot of breaks have to happen if a 12-4 season is going to happen. I think probably 10-6 is probably the best. 9-7, 10-6, right around there is probably where we're going to be. And I think we do get a playoff berth. But depending on what's happened against who we're going to play, that's a whole nother story for if we make the playoffs. I'll make a postseason video for that. But yeah. Matthew Stafford, this is his contract year. I haven't really heard much or anything's really came across on my ESPN app here for the Lions. If the Lions don't do well, if they end up 6-10, 5-11, maybe even 7-9 even, if they don't even break 500, I think Matthew Stafford could be gone. The stuff with Calvin Johnson probably hasn't helped the Lions any to try to contract negotiations unless Matthew Stafford has said, you know what, I'm not going to listen to that, which that'll be another video here, guys. You guys know all that stuff where he's came out and he said some things, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Like I said, this is a make or break year for him. I want to see him come back. I do, because I think he's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen, and probably the best sense and goodness. I said Rodney Peete, but Stafford is way up here, and Rodney Peete was probably right here, so there's a big gap in between those two. But Rodney Peete was probably one of the other serviceable quarterbacks that we've had, and that's going way back into the 90s, late or early 90s, so probably even into the late 80s. But yeah, guys, this is just my own personal opinion about the Lions. More or less what it is. O-line's got to play good, serviceable to good. The secondary's got to play serviceable to good, and the coaching has to be good with their situational awareness and their time management. That's the three biggest things I want to see done. And if we don't get that, I don't know how we're ever going to improve here either. So, guys, what do you guys think of the Detroit Lions season? Do you guys agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Go ahead and put it down in the comments. Do you disagree with anything I've said, or did I miss something? I'm sure you guys are going to go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and put it down in the comments, and also do a like, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. I hope the Lions do really well this year. Go Lions! Deuces, guys.